Hello, this is a tutorial for Minecraft plugin developers to do a hot swap or live debugging in IntelliJ. It's a great way to improve your efficiency and productivity. So let's begin. You have to add a configuration. Let's use jar application in this case because we have a server jar. So the path to jar is your uh, Minecraft server jar. Okay, the working directory is where your server directory is. Okay, the program arguments is for main, right? And then VM options is for Java arguments. Another thing you have to do is add artifact. So you can see I have a lot of modules here. I have like API, compatibility, modules, plugin, and web. I only want plugin in this case because we are only running plugin. Like we are not running web, we are not running model for databases. We're not running API because it's not a third-party plugin. So only one plugin. Click OK. Okay, so here's the output directory. You have to change it to the plugins folder, which is the where your server jar is, and then /plugins. Click OK. Another thing I recommend you do is change the shortcut for build artifact. Build artifact. Key map right here. So I set it to Alt Shift B. You can set it to wherever you want, but by default, I don't think there's a key assigned to it. Okay. Once that's done, you can click this icon here. Okay, we can rename this to maybe Spigot. Okay, that's clear. Debug Spigot. Ooh, now it's saying server will start in 20 seconds because my server jar is outdated. We can fix this by passing a VM option called I really know what I am doing, I swear. So that should get rid of the 20-second waiting cooldown. Yep. Okay. Now the server's running. Okay. What we can do is you can close the server and you can build the plugin right now. So if you had plugins in that folder, you should remove those and build a fresh copy. If you don't have uh, if you don't have the plugin itself, this build will place the jar files in that directory. We can actually go check it out. Push the plugins. Okay, you can see currently my plugin jar file is here. We can remove that. Okay, now it's gone. We can also remove. I want to remove the plugin folder, but it's not necessary. It's all fine. Okay, now if you build the file, oops. Okay, let's click on my file and build it. Okay, now you should see the jar file is there. Okay, we can start. So this button will launch your Spigot server. Now you can join. Oh, Okay, so let's find a file called listener. We can pick player stream listener here. So we'll do a onQuit. Okay, let's do onJoin. So whenever a player joins the server, we can send a message called hello from hot swap debugging. Okay. Now in normal, what you do is you do a Maven package, right? And then you go to that folder, and then you copy the jar file into your plugins folder, and then you reload the plugin. So that's very cumbersome, right? See, it's compiling, it's doing a lot of um, installing dependencies, which is good, which is required, but the steps, the step of you copying those jar file to the plugins folder can take a long time and is very repetitive. So we don't want that. Okay, we can just let this run and then we close this. It doesn't really matter. That was just a demonstration. Okay, what you can do is you can build this artifact, right? And then you can reload right now. So now when you join the server, you should see hello from hot debugging. That's great. That's great. So we know it's working. But if you want um, hot debugging, you can just change this and then you can click this icon here called build project. That's going to inject all the changes into your memory. It's not going to change the jar file, right? Unlike building it, that's just going to temporarily inject the classes file into your memory. So when you rejoin, it's saying hello from debugging, right? Because I changed it and I didn't build the project. Well, I built a project, but it didn't replace the jar file. Okay. Now, what you can do here is you can say, let's make a variable here. We send the player this message. Hello from debugging. Hello YouTube. This is my first YouTube video ever, so yeah. We can inject it. Okay, when we relog, it's saying hello YouTube. Okay, the point here is if I reload the entire server, the the jar file is not placed, it's not replaced. So it's just gonna go back to our original message, which I don't remember. Okay, hello from hot debugging. Okay, so you have to take note of that. This build project only injects all the changes. The build artifact actually replaces the jar file. Okay, that's the takeaway here. See? Also, when you change this and build this project, you don't have to reload the server, which is really nice because it's injected. See, double exclamation mark here. Okay, another thing you can do with jar application debugging, or you can do with any debugging is you can place down breakpoints. I'm just gonna demonstrate this very briefly. Okay, so when you join this server, you should hit this breakpoint. As you can see, the breakpoint is being hit, and I am stuck on this endlessly unless you hit this resume program. That's going to log you in. Okay, that's great. I'm just demonstrating how debugger works. This is step over. You can step over all of these, and you can actually see who's the player. Right, that's all the information. So that's really quick. You don't have to print out like console log the information now. You can just hover over and see all the information you want, and you can step over, step over. Now this is gonna be tricky because it's async, but it doesn't really matter because it's a really simple roundable. But like for synchronous code, you can just use debugger. So, okay, I'm logged in. Okay. What you can do here is you can actually change the string here. So if you step over, so you can see here's the variable message set to hello YouTube. You can actually set this value in real time. For example, hello from real time. So the string is replaced, and if you resume the program, okay, that one timed out, but that's okay. Let's reconnect. Oh, the process finished. Okay. That was because the server timed out because I paused too long. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because that's the main thread. I'm blocking the entire server. Okay, so it's fine. We can place a breakpoint here and we can resume. It's just gonna jump into here. So hover over. What happened? Okay, application is running. Oh, okay. Oh, that was weird. Okay, so let's set the message here to hello from real time debugging. Okay, now if we resume the program, that should display hello from real time debugging. So that's great. You can debug programs really, really efficiently. Okay, that's all. Um, bye guys.